Hey everybody, Doug here from 2 Plus Tough. Happy Friday. We are just hanging out. I'm not sure what's going on here with my mic cord. Weird. Welcome. There we go. To While You're Reforging. My name is Doug. And if this is your first time here with me, essentially every Friday I try really hard to put together a video where we just kind of hang out. It's a little more relaxed. We're going to talk about the news of the week from various companies. The main ones being Games Workshop, of course, and then Parabellum, which is a game company that I've become sort of infatuated with very recently, and I really do think that you're going to like what I have to show you from them today. Anyway, the way the show works is that basically I'm going to go through various topics, games played, hobby progress, that kind of stuff, and in between those things, I'm going to open it up so that we can chat together. This way I'm not interrupting myself every 5 seconds to respond to something. Makes it a little more cohesive and, quite frankly, easier for me to do. So, what I'm going to do is just pull up one more thing on my computer here, and in that time, go ahead and tell me, how you doing? Where are you from? I would love to know, because sometimes I get people from, I'm from, far parts of Poland. I'm like, how did you find me? I'm just moving the chat so I can see it a little bit better. There we go. Alright. Hey, Doug. Hey, all. Alex says, my name is Jeff. Alright, Jeff. Hey, Doug. We got Connor, Alex, Dice Sagas. I love their hangouts. The other day, they read me a story from... I don't remember what battle tome it was you guys were reading, but I was just paying along. This is half relaxing, just chilling. That guy, Hey, buddy. So let's kick it off like we always do with some hobby progress. Let me just go to the downward cam here, make sure that worked. It certainly did. Sweet. Okay. Idneth. There we go. So for hobby progress, I have quite a bit to show. These are my Knights Excelsior, as well as something else we'll talk about here in a second. So I have the contents of the Dominion box, plus a 5-man unit of Sequitors in the back. But we have 2 units of minimum-sized Vindictors. These are the new hoplite polearm dudes. I'll tilt it up so you can kind of get a better sense of what they look like. Our Lord Imperatant and his little Gryph-hound. Honestly, I might use a full-sized Gryph-hound just because I like the aesthetics of a consistent base size. It's just me. I have my what's-her-putz, Knight Incantor. There we go. And for her I went. So if you don't know, with the what's it called? Knights Excelsior Sacrosanct Chamber. So their armor is white, always is across all the different chambers, but for their accent colors, it's black and kind of this maroon. So for the Lord Imperatant, because he's more militant, I went with the black mostly, and then for the Knight Incantor, I went with mostly the maroon to kind of show some difference between the military arm and then kind of the magical focus and that kind of stuff. We have 3 Praetors, and like I said, those guys. On the painting table right now, we have, what is this? 3 Annihilators, who... I love the models. Let me just start there. I love the models. The only thing I don't like is if you look at even their studio scheme, the front half of their shoulder plate is the accent color, blue in their case, and then the back is all gold. So it's an abrupt line, but there's no border really here. I don't know. It just kind of ends. And I'm like, okay. That's the only thing I don't care for about them, but they are everything I want. So... yeah, that's what I did. As far as the basing goes, I actually just copied my Gur scheme that I did back when I was doing Iron Jaws and Bone Splitters, which was you take, Armageddon Dunes, and put a whole layer on that, wait for it to dry, do a wash with Cassandora Yellow to try and really build up that deep ambery look, dry brush with Ushabti Bone, and then just throw on some plants and stuff. That's basically all there is to it. I'm not sure what white thing got on there, but it looks like snow. That's funny. And then just a finish touch, I just threw some grass tufts and the flower things that were sent to me by Gamers Grass, just to kind of get some feedback for their product. So Really enjoying it. I'll have some higher res pictures online today. But yeah. Smashing progress. Yeah. How do you find painting the new Stormcast against the previous type of armor? I find them a lot easier for one specific reason, and that's their pose. Like all of the spear guys, because the spear requires their arms to kind of be stretched outward, I've found it much easier to get like the chest and just that minor details like around like the hips and that kind of stuff with like the little weapons or pouches and that kind of stuff, because their arms are all like stretched out or retracted upwards. I found that details are easier to get to. What else? That's honestly about it. Everything else is kind of the same. I think that's about it. I mean, that's the only thing I've like specifically noticed as being different. So, could you do a subtle fade between the blue and the gold? I don't know if I'm talented enough for that, but that is a cool idea. Hi from Australia. What's up, Ashley? Happy Friday. Sup from the UK. Nice. Greetings from Germany. Oh, nice. Yeah, these are all great ideas. And thank you so much for chiming in with where you're from. So this is what I got so far. In addition to this, let me just... Oh, also this week I have a review coming out. This rack here is part of a new magnetic tray case that I got. And so I'm very excited to show it off because it's kind of one of those like ancillary buys for your hobby that you do that like it improves the I don't know, you feel good about it, like it was a good purchase, and it's cool as hell. So I'll show that off later, but put that off to the side. And so here we have, this is from the game Conquest, Last Argument of Kings, which I talk about here frequently. I'm just going to keep spinning him. And this is a new model. It's not for, I think it's on pre-order right now, but it's called an Incarnate Sentinel. It is this creepy, macabre thing. The lore behind it is that basically they're trying to design the perfect weapon. And so rather than taking like existing biomass and then kind of working from it, they instead split up their science department and like, you're gonna make the perfect lungs, you're gonna make the perfect liver, you're gonna make the perfect eyes. And then they just literally Frankenstein mishmashed them all together to make this horrid creature. And he can be pretty brutal in the game. So anyway, and there's just cool little details, like his shoulder blades look like skulls facing one another. Yeah, I don't know, he's just got some creepy details. There's a skull lodged in his chest, and then there's his actual head up top. So I like him quite a bit. He's super creepy looking. There's two more in the unit. I just didn't realize I ran out of green stuff when I was about to assemble them. And they are made out of a really, really high quality resin. I did a video yesterday talking about it. And but I'm still gonna green stuff it just because I like it. Makes it feel more secure. So what else for hobby progress? That was mainly it. I've been working hard at making videos for the next week. I'll give you a spoiler alert for next week. I did a lot of work with the gentleman from Animosity, which is the player organized volunteer worldwide narrative campaign. So I'll have plenty of details and information about that coming up this week. But yeah, so this is kind of what I got. Let's see, I'm gonna look at the chat here. Good morning from Canada. Hey. Can't wait to get my hands on the new orcs. Yeah. How do you plan on doing the face of the Annihilator shields? Okay. Oh, the Sigmar face? I'm probably gonna do a similar, sorry, I don't know what happened to my voice there. Probably gonna do a similar thing to what I did here on the hoplites, which is just keep it very simple with gold. It's not a part of the model that like really stands out to me as like, this is what I want to do. I'm more focused on colors and consistent edge highlighting than like creating like, I'm not looking to paint, an actual face or anything like that. But yeah. Netherlands, sweet. Good old boy from Arkansas. I'm working on sequitur color schemes myself. Looking forward to this. Sweet, that's fantastic. Yeah, I pulled mine from the current Stormcast battle tome that exists right now. But I'm excited to see what they come up with in the future. So yeah. Does it matter which monthly fee I need for the annual mini? We're going to get into that. I want to pull up their article. I actually was kind of away from my computer for a good part of the week. Just doing various things for other people and kind of helping out some friends I know. So basically I missed the Warhammer Plus announcement, but we're going to go through the article today. We'll chat about it. I saw that they have a lore series coming out, so I'm definitely out of a job. But beyond that, that should be about it for hobby progress. I'm going to turn it over to you guys while I prepare the next segment. So what have you been working on? I know we got some Sequitur action going on. You talk about the magnetic case like I talk about my Citadel case. Totally worth the money, and I love it. Yeah, I mean, so when I showed up to my last game, I'm just gonna rant while you guys put your stuff in. When I first got into Conquest, my game that I showed up to, I had a plastic tote, which is great for carrying like the really, really big models and that kind of stuff, and a shoebox basically with all these like nice resin models that definitely should not be in a shoebox. And then I saw an ad for a company on Facebook was suggested to me for a company called A Case, which is just capital A dash the word case, C-A-S-E. And so I reached out to them, and me and the owner, it's just a small business, one-man owner. He was just an incredibly sweet guy. I asked him, like, this is the kind of stuff that I do. What kind of case do you recommend? I was just asking kind of specific questions based on the models that I had and how often I transport them and all that kind of stuff. And we struck up a deal where I didn't get a case for free, but I helped him with some video editing, which I'm just going to throw this out there. If you are a small company and you need ads or something made and you want me to narrate it, call me. Hit me up. My email's in the thing. I love helping people with that. I do promotional ads for the medical devices that my last job, we're still great friends, me and the owners there. So we do those kinds of fun things, and I did that same thing for him, where basically I did a tutorial video on how to actually assemble the case, because it just comes to you and assemble's even a strong word. It's just the frame is laid down, you have to pop it up and put the trays in. So anyway, so I did video work for him in exchange for a case that I can then review and stuff, and I've just fallen in love with it. So yeah, let's see what we got here. Can't wait to paint my new Stormcast in the Hallowed Knights paint scheme. Nice. That's actually what I was going to do, because I wanted to have Gardas in there. But then when they announced that the main story arc for the next chapter is going to be in Gur, I was like, oh no! Like, I really want to get my Gur action on because it's my favorite realm. For hobby status, I can't wait to finish my first unit of 60 grots. Hang in there. Unfortunately, I need to jump into another 60 again because I didn't build them with spears. I'll be honest with you, don't crush yourself for that. Like, finish the 60 you got, and then just reward yourself with painting something fun like an Arachnarok or something crazy. And then for your games, literally just ask your opponent, hey, they got spears. Is that cool? Like, and I can't fathom a single person being like, no, you need to go back and you need to rebuild these and paint 60 dudes with spear. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. So just, I'm happy. You should finish that unit so it feels like an accomplishment and it's done. Don't break your back doing it. First time catching this live. Good morning from Montreal, Canada. Painting terrain for the last table I'm lending to the 100-player AOS tournament coming up in the region in 2 weeks on my end. That's fantastic. Yeah, events are springing up all over the place, and I'm so excited to see it. There hasn't been one in driving distance of me yet that I know about, so I'll keep my ears posted. I'm on eastern Iowa, so yeah. We prefer you for our lore. Let's see. You guys are too kind. I was just making a joke. It's all good. I've got a few Dark Souls. Oh, wait. The Bobcat lover. I love it. Every time you talk about Conquest, it edges me closer to buying into it. Oh, wait, friend. When we get to the news, I got some stuff that's going to blow your mind. I got a few Dark Souls-esque schemes I'm going for. I tried the Lothric Knight. I am not familiar with Dark Souls stuff at all, except for like visually just seeing the aesthetic. So yeah, that sounds awesome. Just finishing the Soul Wars box, working on display board. These are some great things. Painting myself silly going through Dominion. Nice, Sean. That's awesome. Let's see. Sean, how'd you get... Oh, did you get like a store copy for Dominion? We have a local store that got an early copy as well. And they're like, does anybody want to paint the Stormcast? And I'm looking at mine. I'm like, no. I just got through mine. Let's see. All the Death. Soul Wars box stares at Black Coach. Totally. That's a massive model to have to paint. I totally understand just staring at that for a while. Michael was very excited to get my A case last March. Still excited to take it out of the house. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're all in lockdown. You get this nice case to bring your stuff around. We make lore videos for Warhammer Plus lore videos. Oh, like they put out a lore video and then I do a video. I don't know. Would I do that? Honestly, we have to see what they are, because it could be, you know, if they define lore videos as like the 3-minute like lore interludes that they do when they do like reveal shows, there's not a lot of meat on that bone, right? It's just kind of like throwing out teasers than anything else. I was just playing. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing because that's what I do. Camera's getting out of focus there. Here we go. Ordered a box of Storm Vermin. Sweet. Well, we're going with you guys. All kinds of stuff. We got Death. We got Order. We got Chaos. We got Destruction. We got Magma Droths, which are kind of somewhere in between sometimes. All right. So we're gonna move into games played. Here we go. Ready? Nothing. Okay. I was supposed to have a game of Conquest tomorrow, but me and my awesome opponent Aaron, our schedules just keep missing each other. And then on Sunday, I have my first game of AOS 3.0. It's going to be my first Path to Glory game, busting out 1,000 points of my boys here, and hopefully having a wonderful time. Let's see. I've been painting some Delat Gangers for Necromunda. Sweet. So yeah, it's been a fairly slow week. We had a wedding last weekend, that kind of stuff, so you know, life gets in the way. But let's move into the news, and I think we got some fun stuff today. So we're going to kick it off talking about the Warhammers. Let me just refresh the page. Sometimes they upload it in between whenever I start my conversation and when you guys see stuff. So Ben Conner been painting so much Marvel Crisis Protocol. I paused my Crisis Protocol buying until I could find a regular person to play against. I do have a buddy here in the area named Robbie, who's a super cool person. I'd love to play against him. The Star Wars Legion, I'm torn. I have a painted Hoth army, but I don't feel like I necessarily fit in with the gaming group around here. So that's been a tough place to be. But now that, you know, people are coming out of the woodwork for AOS 3.0 and stuff, it's like, do I really need it as a side game kind of a thing? But yeah. Biofoot's in the chat. What up? I'll catch you later, my dude. Doug, thank you so much for all the book summaries. Spent hours listening to them. For a new guy, it can be hard to figure out which comes out when, but I was really enjoying listening. Oh, you are more than welcome, my friend. Absolutely. So, for the weekly news, I've been skipping the faction-specific ones, because really they're just kind of highlighting some, you know, specific core rule and how that can have implications for a faction. So we're going to pass that. But let's talk about Warhammer Plus. Warhammer Plus is unmissable. I thought it said A. Here's everything you need to know. Warhammer Plus is one of the biggest things to ever happen to the Warhammer hobby, and today we're going to blow the lid off and tell you everything. In short, with a Warhammer Plus, you will get a wealth of Warhammer animation, weekly in-house Warhammer hobby shows, I would watch that. I am really actually been enjoying. If you have not been watching it, the Twitch channel, when they have Luis and Peachy painting together, they have a fantastic dialogue. It's great. She's awesome. He's awesome. It's just a fun time. I really highly recommend it. That's something I can't stand behind if it's that same kind of format. Anyway, a digital vault of classic Warhammer publications and White Dwarf issues. That's huge. I would love to see some of the older White Dwarfs in there. I scrounge through those constantly for content, and I would love that. Full access to Warhammer apps. That's 40k in Age of Sigmar, with more to come. Put a pin in that one. We're going to come back, circle that. Premium access to our official events. Exclusive subscriber offers. Free exclusive Citadel miniatures worth at least £25 a year. And access to a second exclusive subscriber miniature. Okay, so if you get one and you get access to a second. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Let's see. It is $60 a year when you take care of the annual subscription. I think that that's a fantastic deal, right? It launches August 25th, and it's only $5.99 a month, or $60 when you take care. Yeah, I think that's awesome. I'm down for that. Grab a cup of recap and join. Okay, I'm gonna skip past them just because we don't need to watch them, but they do have some free and exclusive miniatures. Here we have a Iron Jaws Mega Boss that is just looking all kinds of badass, and an assassin for 40k. I play Tyranids, so I have no interest in that, but I know a lot of people would be. Yeah, and he's just a terrific looking model. I love that at first, I was like, oh, did he rip his own top knot off? Pit of Despair, where I just discovered this game that's 22 years old, and I'm like, guys, this is the coolest thing ever, and everyone's like, shut up, Doug, we've already played that. Okay, so we get animations, which we've already seen some bits of. Exclusive shows like painting classes and things like that. I do hope they have a mix of painting classes and like more relaxing banter type of stuff. So here we go, Lore Masters. Ever wished you could delve into the archives of the Warhammer studio itself and have the history of the 41st millennium and the Mortal Realms at your fingertips?